about class, not just in terms of getting an A, but making sure that you were doing the work you needed to do in order for you to be able to get to college. When kids would do things that they weren't supposed to do, I had this routine. I'd bring them into my office. I'd make them close their eyes, and I would ask them to tell me about the house that they believe they wanted to live in. I told them, describe it to me. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? Does it have a pool? Does it not have a pool? And I'd ask them about the car that they wanted to drive. Describe it in detail. How big are the rims? How fast does it go? What's the color of the car? And then I'd ask them about the job that they believe they needed to have in order to have that house and that car. And then I'd ask them about the degree that they wanted to earn in order to get the job, in order to get the car, along with the house. And then I'd ask them to open up their eyes, and I would say, now, what are you going to do right here, right now, to get into that college so that you can get that, so that you can get that job, so that you can get that car along with that house? That's got to be the plan.
Wow. Wow, man. You I'm telling you, man, you just you got me, you have me so inspired right now. I thank God for you, and I thank God for your vision, and I thank God for your work and your knowledge. You know, you're an exceptional man, and you're a wonderful nephew, and I praise God for you. Listen, nephew, do me a favor and tell me about your vision.
Yes, sir. So now I actually serve as a principal supervisor. I'm an assistant superintendent, and I've been doing this work for the last 5 years. I've served as a principal supervisor in Atlanta Public Schools, in Chicago Public Schools, and now in the largest school system in the district, Gwinnett County Public Schools. So I've got so I'm an assistant superintendent. Remember, I told you that during that sophomore day, I didn't know what a superintendent was, but I knew that's what I wanted to be. So that's my journey now. I have my 5-year plan is to become a superintendent. And then my long-term goal is to also teach in college. So what I do now, I'm an assistant superintendent, but I'm also an adjunct professor. I'm a professor at Clark Atlanta University, as well as the University of Georgia. So I teach classes for people who aspire to be educational leaders. And I have 18 schools, 18 principals that I supervise. And so I'm learning and growing now and preparing myself to become a superintendent. That's the goal.
Wow. Well, I tell you, your journey is one that would be very inspirational reading. It should be a movie. I'll be honest with you. And your work.
So wait, you're going to co-write it with me then?
I'm just saying, I just want a little small part, that's all.
I mean, if you co-write it with me, we'll get together and do it.
It sounds like a plan, nephew. It sounds like a plan. Because the work you have done and the time that you have put in and the lives that you have affected and infected, that's important for me. You have to infect folks, because when they're infected, that means that you've really got deep into them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It truly makes a difference. And I'm just so grateful and so honored to have you just give my listeners just a short version of where you came from, what you've done, and what you're doing. I definitely need to have you on, because there's so much more to you that you could tell us. There's so much more that our listening audience needs to know about preparing their children for school. I believe everybody's not college material, but everybody does have a right to succeed. And
that's right.
That is one thing that I truly believe. And there are a lot of students out here who need the college experience to change their way of thinking, because the Bible tells us about the transformation of their minds, and you have to have transformation of your mind.
Yes, sir. No, look, I would love to put something together where, right before school comes back or starts up again, we should get together. And there's so many great things that I want to share with parents as they get ready for school. And then one of the things that I absolutely love is helping parents with the college selection process. So there's no doubt that we can get together and make sure that we put together some information for parents about those steps that they need to be thinking about, those steps that they need to be taking in order to get their child ready for college. And it's never too early. When I was an elementary school principal, I did college tours for my fifth graders.
Wow.
They and their parents. We went on college tours because it's a mindset, Uncle Shelton. I want to leave you with this very interesting fact. Research was done on the types of children that go to college and their grade point averages. And what the research showed was that the same percentage of children, the same percentage of white children with a C average go to college as children who are black with an A average.
Wow.
Let me say that again. The same, if you look at the number of children who are white who have a C average, that percentage of children go to college at the same rate as black children with an A average. Now, of course, that is not true for black children with a C average.
Right. That's right.
They don't go to college nearly as often or at a greater percentage as children with a C average. So here's the point. Why would a C average student think that they can go to college? C average white student thinks that they can go to college, and a black C average student thinks that they can't.
Yeah.
It's a mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It's mindset.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I tell you, man, I'm just so elated. I'm grateful. I hope that my listeners listened intensely to the words that you were saying, because your story is about inspiration, and it's about motivation, and it's about overcoming obstacles, and they were personal obstacles. They weren't even. It wasn't even like you had a disability. They were just personal obstacles that anybody can overcome if they utilize the resources in front of them. People. The resources are people. The resources are people. Yeah.
No doubt about it. So you and I have known each other. Well, I've known you all my life, and just going back to the church real quick. One of the things that I absolutely love about the Bible are all of the great, powerful lessons that are in the Bible. And I'm one of those people, I love the backstory of the Bible. I love the historical context that the Bible is set in. And I just want to share this